afternoon. My name is Missy Williams, and I'm the Community Development Director at the Economic Development Corporation. I want to thank you for attending today. I really appreciate your flexibility in changing the venues. The Bicentennial Plaza would have been a great venue, but it's very, very windy and very, very hot. But a few things I want you to know is that the Bicentennial Plaza is an amazing place to visit. There's going to be two gentlemen who are going to get mad at me today, but that's just the way it goes, I guess. Harold Clem was a brainchild of that Bicentennial Plaza. And it goes to show me, and I think a lot of young people behind me, that when you have a dream and you're a leader, that you can get almost anything done. And that Bicentennial Plaza is an amazing display of what Randolph County is all about, past and present. So can we please get Errol Clem? He won't let me do this. Give him a round. And quickly, I want to recognize WCHS Band Director Joel Good, I think he's in here today, and Middle School Band Director and Assistant Ben Sheppers, because I got thinking this morning that without gentlemen and ladies such as them who teach music education, that these people may not be up here playing today. So would you give Joel and Ben a round of applause? And this gentleman is really going to be mad at me, but I only have to work with him for 4 more days because he's retiring. It's been an exciting time in Randolph County in our history with Greg Weimer at the helm of the Randolph Economic Development Corporation. Greg is amazing to collaborate with our county commissioners, and we have now joined forces with school corporations Monroe Central, Randolph Eastern, to fund education programs that will better prepare our students to be productive citizens and workers. Just last week in our office, Greg said, full steam ahead. We brought 700 Randolph County juniors and seniors, and we guided them through a college and career fair. He believes in young people, and he believes in the citizens of Randolph County. In working together with our county commissioners and our councilmen, Greg moved forward to bring high-speed internet to Randolph County in every corner of our county, and that will soon be coming in the years to come. Greg spearheaded and had a technology committee who studied and found solutions and worked together with county commissioners and county councilmen. In the last 20 months that I've worked in this job, it has been a whirlwind of learning what to do. But Greg has always been there to help Scotty Harvey, Tourism Director, our Administrative Assistant, Michelle McGonigal, and our board members to make a lasting impact on the lives of our citizens. The leadership of Greg has made these and many, many other projects possible. I'd like to ask Greg Weimer and his wife Kathy to make their way to the stage, please, as I make just a few more updates and comments. As they approach, I'd also like to invite each of you to another exciting project that Greg and I have spearheaded, and that is the Live to Lead simulcast that will take place here at Winchester Community High School in the auditorium, and lunch out on the football field, weather permitting. And it will take place on October the 11th, Friday, from 8:30 in the morning till 12:30 in the afternoon, lunch following. So we want to invite all of you to do that. We've joined forces with Frank Miller Lumber Company to make that possible. And as Greg got an email from someone last week, he said, you are pioneers in trying to make a difference in leadership to guide your county. And he's also. We have 700 participants signed up now. Those are students and adults, and we have seats for anyone who wants. We have 300 seats left. Anyone who would like to attend. It's free to come into. Greg's leadership, his patience, his hard work, his wit. He can really be kind of funny from time to time. And his kindness to help guide us to a new way of looking at economic development certainly is what encouraged me to want to learn about the job and to want to step into this after retiring from my original job in education. I've also seen what he can do with our individual small cities and towns, and he does amazing things to bring people together. When one of our small cities or towns has a victory, all of Randolph County becomes a better place to live, to work, and to play. That's always been, I think, Greg's philosophy throughout his service to the state of Indiana and to Randolph County. Again, I want to thank you for your attendance today. And now I'm going to turn it over to our next generation of leaders, our young people.
Good afternoon. When the community works together, great things can happen. My name is Lindsay Herrera, and I am honored to have been named the 2019 Randolph Central Youth Leader of the Year. On behalf of the Randolph County Economic Development Corporation, I would like to thank the Community Foundation of Randolph County for the generous grant that has allowed America's Hometown Band to perform a selection of patriotic music for us today. Thank you for attending. I know you will enjoy the concert. It is now my pleasure to introduce my classmate, Grant Wagner.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Randolph County Community Patriotic Concert. I am Grant Wagner, and I am a senior at Winchester Community High School. I am very proud to be one of the Randolph County seniors who have been chosen to attend the Youth Leadership Town Meeting on tomorrow in St. Louis in October. It is with great pride that I and other members of the class of 2020 around the county will be delegates and representing our school. Today, I have the honor to introduce Senator Jeff Rotz, a member of the Indiana Senate representing our 27th District. Senator Rotz serving alongside retired State Representative Greg Beimer. He has served in the Senate since 2014 and resides in Centerville, Indiana. It is also my honor to introduce John J.D. Prescott, who represents our 33rd District in the Indiana House of Representatives. Representative Prescott is a Randolph County resident and lives in the Union City area, whilst being a lifelong farmer. Representative Prescott and his wife Brooke are the parents of 2 sons. Please join me in in welcoming Senator Rotz and Representative John J.D. Prescott to the podium for a special presentation.
Thank you all. We're just going to take up a few minutes. We don't want to take any time away from what's about to happen here today, but I want to speak from my heart today. It's a pleasure to be here and I'll speak for Representative Prescott and myself, to honor Greg for his service to Randolph County and the state of Indiana with his life. He announced, I guess, 4 days now, as Missy has pronounced, that you will be retiring, and I don't know what you're going to do with your life, but I know grandkids are included, right? And your wife, you bet, which are great things, and I can't think of anything better to do at all. But when I think of Greg Beimer, I think most of you will agree with me that I think of words like honesty, integrity, character, steadiness, methodical, and it's served you well, Greg, over the years in Randolph County and the efforts that you have put both at the state level and here. We all are unique in our own ways, and your uniqueness has served you very, very well. I'm proud to call you a friend and stand here today and be part of honoring you with the Circle of Corydon that Governor Holcomb created when he took office about 3 years ago as an alternative to some of the other awards that the state has created, like the Distinguished Hoosier Award, which I understand Governor Mitch Daniels at the time, you were presented one of those, as well as also being Randolph County Citizen of the Year one time along the way. And so it'd be amiss if I didn't say thank you to Kathy as well. I know the sacrifice that Greg has put forth. It always takes a willing vessel on the other side as well, and your endorsement, we should say, whether strong or kind of mediocre, whatever. It looks like at times I'm sure you struggle with it, but certainly important. And so, Greg, the seeds that you have sown in Randolph County, Missy has alluded to that slightly. There have been a lot of things you've done, county commissioner, and still I'm certainly be involved on boards and things along the way. But for me, the most important thing is sowing seeds for the future and you certainly have done that. And so with that, I'll hand it over to Representative Prescott. I can't think of a greater thing to do than to sow seeds for the future. And I'm proud to have served alongside you and certainly serve as your state senator as well as everybody else in here for the rest of the time I get to do it. So thank you from my heart to yours, and Kathy and your children and grandchildren I think are in the audience as well. Hats off to you all.
First off, thank you to everyone who came out here tonight to show your support for the Patriotic Concert Series, and to congratulate Greg Beimer on his retirement. And, you know, I started to write down quite a few notes before I came here earlier, just some highlights I wanted to hit, but I had so many things on the list that, you know, it's best just speak right from the heart, you know. Greg has always been here for our county. He's done a great job in all the roles that he started. He started Union School board member at one point, Randolph County Commissioner, multiple stints with Randolph County Economic Development, and also served in the same role that I'm in now, as state representative. And you know, Greg has always done his best to make sure he's sowing seeds for the youth. I know Senator Rotz mentioned that multiple times as well, but you know, the vision that Greg has had over his life, and he just continues to build on the success here and make Randolph County a more desirable place for our community and just a great place to live in. It's, you know, the heart, the passion, and just the intelligence he brings to the table anytime he shows up to work on behalf of the community. And Kathy, thank you for all the work that you've done with him as well. You know, it's a team effort all the way. I know having this role myself, you know, we always rely on our spouse, and I know Greg has always done that as well. So thank you to the entire Beimer family. We have a Circle of Corden Award. This is Governor Holcomb's newest award for the state. So I'll read this up. To all whom these come, greetings. Whereas the early leaders of our state gathered in Corden in 1816 to adopt the first Indiana Constitution and to create the state of Indiana. Whereas Corden was Indiana's first capital and center of leadership in the early formative years of our state. Whereas, like the founders of our great state, many others have made remarkable contributions to the betterment of Indiana and its people, and therefore are deserving consideration for membership in the Indiana General Assembly's Circle of Corden. And whereas Representative J.D. Prescott and Jeff Rotz have made known the illustrations, the benefactories of Greg Beimer, who has demonstrated in life and in service to the people of the state of Indiana the qualities exemplified by our state's greatest citizens. Herehenceforth, and having been deemed worthy of such recognition, an above-named individual is hereby declared to be a distinguished member of the Circle of Corden. Signed, Governor Eric Holcomb, J.D. Prescott, and Jeff Rotz. I know you're used to passing these state flags out yourself, but we also wanted to make sure you got a state flag to go with the Circle of Corden Award, and we just appreciate all you've done for our community.
A number of years ago, I was able to give out some of these as well, and I will tell you that in each case, I don't know why, but these are always surprises. And I knew something was up when my grandchildren and children from Chicago walked in, and I thought, something is going on. And just like those folks, I am humbled by receiving this. Many of them tried to find the words to explain how they felt. Now I know how they feel. I'm humbled. Senator Rotz and Representative Prescott, thank you very much. We'll keep moving forward. We have a great county, great communities, and it's been my privilege to help move these things forward. Thank you. I talk a lot. Oh. We're very happy to be here to celebrate your bicentennial. And Missy Williams, thank you for all of the work you did to make today a very wonderful occasion for Winchester. I'd like you all to share in our joy by standing and vigorously singing our national anthem, led by Dr. Charles Ruth, our principal guest conductor. I was hoping for a drum roll.
We are very pleased to be here. Thank you. We're America's hometown band based out of Muncie, Indiana. We think it's the first time we've ever played in Winchester, but we're pretty intimidated by that because you guys have a phenomenal high school and middle school band programs, and we just hope that we can play half as good as they do. Our next two pieces will be conducted by Rachel Eldridge.
Thank you, Dr. Ruth. We are so happy to be here with you, and we want to kick our concert off with the very appropriate Let Freedom Ring. It is a medley of your favorite patriotic songs. So as we play, if you want to sing along or get up and march or whatever you want to do that. probably do a march that's very familiar to you. It is quite often mistaken as a Susan March, but it was written by E.E. Bagley. And you'll recognize the middle part with the monkey wrapped his tail around the flagpole.
Next, we would like to pay homage to our servicemen and women serving. So if anybody is in the audience who's doing that and they hear their song from their part of the military, please stand during that time. Or if you have a family member in various armed services areas, then please feel free, and we would appreciate standing and saying thank you. Next, we are so proud to welcome to the stand our music director, Dr. Roger McConnell, who will maybe say something about the piece.
Dr. Ruth has a vested interest in me. He is my physician, my counselor, and our principal guest conductor of America's Hometown. I appreciate you, the band appreciates you, the audience appreciates you. And yes, we're very happy to celebrate. Jupiter I selected for today's program because it's the bringer of jollity. And it was used by Gustav Holst in his Planet Suite, a very wonderful, marvelous suite all about our terrestrial brothers and sisters. And this particular arrangement we have for you is Johan de Meij, my Facebook buddy from the Netherlands. And by the way, he has a dog like mine, even a pointed tail and so forth. Oh, anyway, you don't need to know that. We are pleased to play this because it is dedicated to honor of country and the Christianity faith. And particularly, it was a part of the celebration of John McCain's passing. And we'd like to remember him and our country in this way. Jupiter Hymn.
Seems appropriate on this patriotic theme today to celebrate some things from Thomas Jefferson. Our reader today will be Mona Dale, and we're going to play a piece called Jefferson, A Vision for America, perhaps a vision for Winchester.
legislator, inventor, architect, musician, scientific farmer, diplomat, lawyer, surveyor, astronomer, mathematician, anthropologist, and botanist. Some have said that he was a dozen men rolled into one. Most of his adult life was devoted to public affairs. He held public offices ranging from county magistrate in Virginia to President of the United States. He was not a soldier like George Washington, but he fought for what he believed in. He was not an orator like Patrick Henry or Daniel Webster, but his written words are quoted around the world. Mr. Jefferson is now recognized as one of the most important figures in American history and as one of the greatest champions of human liberty in the history of any country. His memory and words are cherished by all who value the freedom and dignity of individual human beings throughout the world. Perhaps his most important achievement, however, was his crusade for public education. The cause to which he gave himself during his retirement years was the formation of the public education system. In 1814, he presented for the second time a general plan of education to the Virginia legislature. Although his proposal was rejected, one very important part was approved: the formation of a state university. Mr. Jefferson thought it quite odd that a state body would raise the apex of education pyramid before laying the foundations in the primary and secondary schools. As stated in his own words, it is safer to have the whole people respectably enlightened than a few in a high state of science and a many in ignorance. This last is the most dangerous state in which a nation can be. On August 4th, 1818, Mr. Jefferson penned his last official document to this date. It is perhaps the best comprehensive statement of his educational philosophy and his greatest legacy. This is what Thomas Jefferson believed. I am an American. I have the right to all information that I need to transact my own business. I am an American. I have the right to calculate for myself and to express and preserve my ideas in writing. I am an American. I have the right to improve my morale and faculties by reading. I am an American. I have the right to understand my duties to my neighbors and country. I am an American. I am entitled to know my rights and to exercise with order and justice those I retain. I am an American. I have the right to attend a public school and in that school be taught reading, writing, arithmetic, geography, and history. I am an American. I have the right to become a statesman, legislator, or judge on whom the public prosperity and individual happiness is so dependent. I am an American. I have the right to expound the principles and structure of government and the laws which govern the interaction of nations. I am an American. I have the right to promote the interests of agriculture, manufacturing, and commerce. I am an American. I have the right to develop my reasoning faculties, to arts, and administer to the health and comforts of human life. I am an American. I have the right to form the habits of reflection and correct action, rendering myself an example for others. I am an American, but I am also a Hoosier. America's youth, our most precious commodity, continues to reap the benefits of this great man's vision and wisdom. Thomas Jefferson. To the outward view, his world was unlike our own. Men are still struggling for the freedoms he championed. It is in this spirit that Thomas Jefferson is still very much alive.
You can see from that what a wonderful world we have, created a long time ago by people like Thomas Jefferson. And now we can continue with what a wonderful world we have with our saxophonist, Mr. Price.
Thank you, JR. We could have said direct from Las Vegas, but no, really it's direct from Greenville. And we have some friends that are joined JR today. And I'd like to recognize them, Annie and Jeannie, and who else? Yeah, would you stand and say thank you so much for playing for us today? Thank you. The camaraderie that musicians have is absolutely wonderful, and it's all about faith, love, country, family, and all kinds of ways we say that we are happy to be what we are. And really, it's a pleasure to say, Mona, I think it's time that we say a little blessing. What do you think? Let's say a little blessing. God bless. Mona back on stage. Chuck, please. Thank you. A little round of applause for Mona.
God bless America. Someone asked me before I walked in today, do you enjoy doing this? And I said, are you kidding? How often do you get to sing with a great big band? So you are welcome to sing along. You know this one.
And indeed, it's my pleasure to introduce the next conductor on the program. No stranger to this town at all. If you have followed along with the tourism folks. Owen Griffith has been the chair and the vice chair and the president of that organization. And he's also a school musician, and he served as band director in several areas, particularly here in Randolph County, and he's a valuable member of our euphonium section. So we thought it would be absolutely great to say, Owen, would you like to conduct a march? And he graciously said, yes. What are you going to do, Owen? Washington Post. Owen, please take the podium. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Before we play the next number, I'd like to talk about a couple of things. First of all, my name is William Frazier, and I'm one of the assistant directors of the band, and I live in Randolph County. Yay, I live in farmland. So, within this organization, we have a big band. Not a big band, but a big band like Glenn Miller and Count Basie and Stan Kenton and all those great tunes. 2 weeks from this afternoon, in Muncie, at Hazelwood Christian Church outdoors, so it'll be one of the last outdoor concerts of the season, we are playing a big band concert. It's not that far for all of you to come into Muncie and see us play, and it's a really, really good band. How many people out there like big band music? Okay, there's a smattering, but that's enough. We really appreciate you all to come. And we have a special guest. His name is Lamont Webb, and we're bringing him back. He did his undergrad and his graduate work at Ball State, and we're bringing him back, and he is just a phenomenal saxophone player, and it'll be a lot of fun. So I thought I'd let you all know about that before I give it back to Chuck.
This time you have to sing, because the name of this piece is The Ultimate Patriotic Sing-Along. You'll know the words. Nobody can sing like a small town, right? So sing it out.
This
trombone playing and a marvelous conductor as well. Well, we've had a great time playing for you folks. I hope you'll tell the rest of the Winchester community how much fun patriotic band music can be. We would love to do this again, and thank you, Missy Williams, for the invitation, and Owen, and well, just everybody. JR, stand up and take a bow again. Would you please, JR? Wonderful to have you. And also, my good friend, marvelous flutist, Rachel Eldridge, my assistant conductor. And thank you, Dr. Ruth. We'll close it out, right? Thank you so much.
What patriotic concert could not end with Stars and Stripes Forever? Please enjoy.
And, oh, that's loud. I have a quick announcement today before we go. Band, we want to say happy birthday to the man that makes this all possible for us. Happy birthday to our great leader, Roger McConnell. Stand up, Raj. Roger has done so much for so many of us in this band for many years, and we love and appreciate everything that he does.